Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Thursday, July 18th. Before we get into the play of the day, we'll quickly recap what happened yesterday. We picked up arguably the easiest winner of all time yesterday with the Arizona Diamondbacks' first five team total over 2.5, which was available at 5 dimes at minus 125. Not only did we cash in the first inning, but the Diamondbacks had 14 runs by the third inning. And we won easily, which was definitely a nice bounce back after that Dodgers collapse in the ninth inning from 2 days ago. But as I said before, and as a general trend on the show, we'll not get complacent, and we'll look for another winner today. And we're going to be sticking with baseball in a late matchup taking place at roughly 8 o'clock Eastern time between the Oakland A's and the Minnesota Twins. And in this game, we actually like the underdog here. We like the Oakland A's on the money line at plus 119 at UWager. For this pitching matchup, you have Mike Fiers versus Kirk Gibson. And so far, both pitchers have actually done really well this season, to the surprise of many. Fiers is 9-3 with a 3.61 ERA, where Gibson is 8-4 with a 4.03 ERA. However, I simply believe Fiers has been slightly better this year. If you look at his numbers, away he's 3-1. I know his ERA is above 5, which isn't that great. But his stats in night games are staggering. He's 7-1 with a 2.8 ERA at night, and he has fantastic numbers against the Twins as well in his career. How as the active batters on the Twins have faced Fiers a whopping 140 times, and they have an on-base percentage of 268 and a batting average of 229. So I would not be surprised to see Fiers pitch well again in this one. Gibson also has decent numbers against Oakland. But overall, I simply think that Fiers has been the best pitcher so far, and he also is coming off a poor start in which he only went 3 2/3 innings and gave up 3 runs. Plus, Oakland in 65 at-bats still has an on-base percentage of 338 against Gibson, so I think that the A's will play well. But mostly, besides the pitching matchup, I just think the A's are the better team right now. I know that Minnesota is still in first place in the AL Central, and I get that. But at the same point, if you have not been paying attention to that division, they have been collapsing a little bit as the Indians are now 4 games back of the division lead when Minnesota had a double-digit lead roughly 2 weeks ago. But overall, Minnesota just got demolished over the last couple of days by the Mets. They've lost 3 straight. And Oakland, on the other hand, has actually turned the AL West into a race lately as they are only 4.5 back of the Astros, and they have won 6 straight games. So you have a team that's lost 3 straight, a team that's won 6 straight, and overall, I think the A's are the better starting pitcher. So for me, the play of the day will be on the Oakland A's money line, which is available at plus 119 at UWager. The line opened up at plus 121. It has been bet down. It's down to roughly plus 116 in most spots. UWager still has it at plus 119. I would bet this now. I would not be surprised to see more money come in on Oakland, and I think this line should close at roughly plus 110. Give or take. So I think there is a lot of value if you take it now at the current number. Thanks, Vegas. I appreciate that. Yeah, Diamondbacks did us very nice solid on that one. Don, nice to see you again. Hope you were able to cash the play of the day yesterday. But in terms of the other games today, I'll quickly look at the lines. That's my play of the day. But in terms of leans here, I know that some of the games already started today. But in terms of what else I like the Nationals beating the Braves tonight. I know that Tehran has been solid at times. He's also pretty inconsistent. But the Nationals have been the hottest team in baseball for roughly the last month, and they have gotten themselves back into the playoff picture, and they've also saved manager Dave Martinez's job at this point in time. I know the Nationals' bullpen stinks, and I understand that, but you get Strasburg, who I think is a significantly better pitcher than Tehran, and you also have the Nationals lineup right now, which is clicking on all cylinders, and I will lean to the Nationals at roughly minus 125. At Pinnacle, on that one, money's coming on the Nationals. I'd bet that now as well. Other than that, I'd have to lean to Houston. I know they're roughly minus 145, but you got Matt Harvey on the mound for the Angels, and I don't think it needs to be stated how bad he is at his job. Not to mention the fact that Trout has also not played in each of the team's last 3 games. So if Trout is even able to go in this one, he might not be 100%. I wouldn't be surprised to see him sit out again, give him some extra rest, as he is still the favorite to win the AL MVP. And I think that there's no point in rushing him back when your team is not really in playoff contention. So with Trout's status up in the air, and with Wade Miley, who's been very underrated this season, who's had very solid stats, plus the fact that the Astros scored 11 runs yesterday by the 5th inning, and the fact that Harvey's on the mound again and he has over an 8 ERA at home this season, I would simply lean to the Astros, and I think they will get the job done pretty easily in this one. So I will lean to the Astros -1.5 as well in that game. But the play of the day will be on the Oakland A's money line, which is available at +119 at WAWVIP. Now, a couple of quick things in the comment section. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. I'm glad that we've both been able to make a profit, and I'm glad I've been able to provide you with some quality information. Same thing with you, JLT. I'm glad to give you a nice winner yesterday. Yep, CR, we're going to look for a nice winner today. Let's get it. Hopefully, we were able to cash the one yesterday. Done. In terms of WNBA, I'm not the biggest fan of WNBA. I have followed it from time to time. It's honestly not the same, though. I mean, some of the marquee names like Maya Moore is now not even in the league anymore as she turned to religion. Candace Parker's been injured. I know Skylar Diggins is pregnant, so she's not even in basketball. I know that Della Don got injured recently. I bet WNBA a little bit last year, not much. Quick question, in terms of Canadian football, not really the biggest fan of it. I have followed it a little bit. It's funny seeing some of the college players you once recognized barely in Canadian football. I remember Vernon Adams, I should say, from Montreal. I remember him at Oregon, and he was a mediocre quarterback at best. In terms of WNBA, it's actually funny you mentioned that, Don, because the Diamondbacks bet that I made yesterday ended up winning, but I ended up parlaying it as well with the Mercury in the first half in WNBA, and they lost as somehow they weren't able to outscore a team that was 0-7 on the road by 3.5 in the first half. Happens. Not a big WNBA person, but it is what it is. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate that. Glad we've been able to cash some money for you. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to college basketball also. I also like to believe I'm pretty good at college football, so we'll see how that shapes up over the following months. But that's a long way down the road as we have baseball to look forward to for the second half of the season. But before we conclude today's video, quick reminder of our sponsor, PointsBet, online sportsbook in New Jersey. A couple of great deals for you, up to 2 risk free bets up to $1,000. So if you end up betting on anything, even WNBA for you, Don, and you end up losing, you simply get your money back and don't have to worry about making up the bankroll that you just lost. Other than that, though, play of the day is on the Oakland A's money line at +119 at WAWVIP. With that being said, that's going to do over this installment of Scott Selections here for Thursday, July 18th. And good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.